Hello, once again, wonderful humans, my fellow Tennesseans. I am seeking employment as governor of Tennessee in 2026 and, for the subsequent years, for the 4 years, because it's a no donations accepted campaign, a word of mouth, all inclusive campaign. That means I am asking you to share this video. You don't have to watch it, just let it play in the background whenever you've got some free time, you're traveling somewhere. Share it if you, after listening, and you start thinking logically, and you decide, hey, he is stating some facts. For example, it's one big economic slavery system. Economic slavery system is the enemy, not each other. We have so many divisive labels, whether it's left or right, the libs and the whatever and the Republicans and the Democrats. I am running as an independent. And I've had somebody mention that I may be taking away votes from a certain party, which would ensure that the other party, gets elected. The thing is, if you hire me, we could do things because I will be your employee and you will instruct me as to what to do. Then we will put it up against the Constitution and see, hey, is it unconstitutional? Like redrawing maps against the law, these kinds of things. I don't care if it's a majority or whatever. Everybody needs health care. Part of the health care for all will be mental health care, because all of the divisive labels, we will learn about learned helplessness. We will learn about the being trauma bonded with the cult of capitalism. We will learn about the sunk cost fallacy. We will learn so many things as far as all the different things that we claim, but we are all one race, the human race. The wealthy keep us fighting against each other. If you could see, well, I'm writing a song. It's going to be called Are You One of They? Are you a they? Anyway, it's a working thing. Anywho, this is a serious campaign. So people have asked me that. But I will not be taking away votes from anybody, because people will decide. We've got until November 3rd, actually, for those of us who want to, what I call, give these, like the preachers used to say, give me your money and we'll give the devil a black eye. Elect me so we can give these devils a black eye. The devils who are selling you out wholesale, who are lying to you, telling you that somebody is coming for you, the great replacement theory, that whether there's the immigrant caravan coming across the border with the rapists and the murderers. If you study history, you will see Europe didn't send their finest. So there are people who know this, and they're like, they're going to do what we have done to them. But no, people just want to be left alone to live their life on this planet. But because we engage in the money system, I know you maybe not comprehend. They're like, oh, he's a communist, he's a this. Stop reacting emotionally. Start thinking logically. I'm inviting and encouraging people. This is going to go for a little over 5 minutes. my rant, but I'm encouraging you. Start asking questions. Who said we got to buy and sell? With the sunk cost fallacy, you're not going to take away my 3 bedroom, 2 car garage, 2 bathroom. No, nobody's going to take anything from you. Nobody wants anything from you. But everybody deserves sustenance and shelter. Okay? That's according to me. My opinion. It is what it is. Now, should you hire me, which I'm suggesting, we can make sure there's health care for all, because there's a saying I learned. The only thing that keeps growing in the human body is cancer of some sort. And it's, I don't know if it's a roll of the dice. You don't exactly know what the large corporations pollute everything for the sake of capitalism, this profit. So it's inescapable. The air, the water, our environment is contaminated. So you don't necessarily know, and they're trying to cut everything, so you may not have a job with benefits, health care, because they're coming for everything. This is what the system does. Any empire, boom and bust of the economy, goes up and down. What will happen is eventually they'll come for you. There's a saying with the when they had the German Nazis. Somebody said they came for the trade unionists, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. Kind of, look it up. Knowledge, education for all. There are way too many poorly educateds on the planet. You have the people running the oligarchs and their minions behind the scenes. They have a puppet who doesn't even like his own skin. He wears clown makeup. And you folks, some of you, don't even know the difference between prosecute and persecute. I've had people tell me, oh, they're persecuting him. That's because they mess up your brain with that religion. Whether you're religious, you're not, you're white, black, green, or blue, all those labels, everybody is still in the same economic slavery system. If you can't get that, that's on you. We will all... Oh, I've been watching Cheaters too, binge watching. And at the end it says, why, if you don't get your programming, we'll all lose money. Well, if you don't vote me in, you don't hire me, we'll all be losers. I told you I'd do the comedy thing, even though it's a serious campaign. But let it play in the background. Share it. Let's give a jolt to the system. The WikiLeaks guy, he pled guilty to charges after he spent so many years in prison because the oligarchs have him there because he gave receipts. I've seen them call him, what they call the media, call him all types of this, that, and whatever. But they've never, maybe I missed it, but they've never said, look at this one receipt that he published. It is inaccurate, so you have to question everything else. But he was missing growing up with his family. His family grew up. He had young kids. The whole system in itself is broken. Anything from public transportation. And it's an all-inclusive too. Let me jump around. It's all-inclusive because what I'll do is I will reach out to, I've viewed other candidates running for governor, and everybody has an idea of or two that we could all come together. I will invite and encourage people to say, hey, you really want to help people? Let's do this. Now, why me? Why not me? Skill, talent, and good looks. like James says, I want to jump back and kiss myself or whatever. James Brown. Okay. Anywho, yeah, I'm trying a comedy thing, but this is a serious campaign. So start thinking logically. We've got until October 3rd to get registered to vote. It would be nice if we do it sooner rather than later, in case there are glitches. And on November 3rd, 2026, hire me, Wendell Jackson, 4 years. Then you could see that you've reclaimed your power, and you will direct me, which the public servant is supposed to, just like how they got the cameras looking at them, cashier and all the employees, the waitresses and everybody. You will see me, and we'll be inviting people, not the lobbyists, not the wealthy. I'm not playing golf, no $500 dinner fundraiser, no, none of that. We could do this. End of empire, we could have what you call a softer landing. We don't have to do pitchforks, torches. We don't have to riot in the streets. We just have to say we're not playing your economic slavery game any longer. And just like, what was that movie? Is it Deep Impact? Where Morgan Freeman played the president. He says, hey, blah, blah, blah. Whatever's going to cost the same. You're still going to go to work. You're still going to do that. But we will transition away from the for-profit system where what you call police departments, they look at it as revenue generating. So they tell their people, hey, we got to get our pensions, up. So go write tickets, stuff like that. So a lot of people are frustrated. They don't even know the laws. They're like, look, I'm going to just pay it instead of fighting it. But listen, this has to stop. That's your labor. If that's what you want, fine. Thing is, what is it? Nothing changes if nothing changes, or if you're going to keep doing what you're doing, you're going to still get what you got. Whatever the thing is. But start thinking logically. Who said we got to buy and sell? Who owned the first anything? Who says we need a government? Who says we need an economy? What is this? I know you've been conditioned, to believe, to equate capitalism with democracy, with liberty. No. You'll start reverse engineering these things once you start thinking, and you'll be like, you mean we've been hoodwinked? We've been bamboozled? We've been lied to? Tabula rasa, clean slate. Decontaminate your brain of all the false concepts that we've been taught. Is the earth going to stop rotating just because we said, no more empires when this one, fails? Food and shelter. Sustenance and shelter. That's what we need. Housing for all. We will have a curriculum of common knowledge where we teach each other the actual truth that we're all one race, the human race. We see cosmetic differences, and we say we're different ethnicities, we're different cultures, we're all one race on one planet. I suggest and I invite and I encourage people to watch The Dog Whisperer with Cesar Millan. There's no such thing as a bad dog. It's just that we've been hurt. We keep hurting each other. The cycle needs to stop. I am doing me. I can only do me. I grew up in this society. I was just as dysfunctional as any other human with that colonizer mindset. Yes, we are taught to be divisive, to say somebody is your enemy. We need to stop hurting each other. The economic slavery system is the enemy. So I will stop this here. So go back and watch the rest of the playlist. Share. We could do this. We could do this, folk. My agenda is world peace, liberty. Thanks once again. Truly wonderful.